Let's look at path. Paths are very useful when we have to create custom shapes in SwiftUI. So suppose you have to create a rectangle in SwiftUI. Rectangle is a very basic shape, so it's easy to understand how to create rectangle using paths. So instead of going for lines, like when we start understanding path, we consider lines, arc. So what I say, instead of going for line and arcs, understand path as a coordinate system. You just have to put coordinates in right places and your shape going to be automatically formed. So in rectangle, see how many points you're going to be placed. One, you're going to be placed 4 points in every corner. 1 point going to be here, 1 point going to be here, 1 point going to be here, and another one here. So if you put just these 4 points into right places, your whole rectangle is formed. So the putting points is also a challenge. You cannot put points randomly or in any random order. You have to put in a cyclic manner. Either it's clockwise, either is anti-clockwise. So if I put a point there, this one, let's say 0 0, so the other another point is going to be either this one or this one. If I pick this point, I put a point here, so next one point going to be this one. Okay, I cannot put a point here, so if I put here, so it's create this structure, and if I put here, this creates something like this. So I end up with something like this structure, which I don't want. So just simply follow this rule. First I go down, then I go left, right, then I go upward, and my rectangle is automatically made. So let's start. Okay. So this is an iPhone screen. To create a point, first I have to create an anchor point. So in a code, we write like first we have to create a code block, and it's going to be initialized by writing path and path in. Okay, so first point is move, where you want to move your anchor point. So you write path dot move to, here we have to write CG point. So instead of I remove CG point, I directly write X and Y axis. X move 50 and Y also move 50. So what happen if I write this statement here? What's happen? This in iPhone screen, this is 0 comma 0 axis. Okay, do not considering safe area. If we do not consider safe area, this is 0 0.0 coordinate. So what this anchor point to do, it's move, sorry, what this statement will do, it move my anchor point 50 on x-axis and 50 on y-axis. So if I move 50 here and 50 in this direction and 50 in this direction, I end up somewhere here. Okay, I will end up somewhere here. Okay, my anchor point is formed. 50. Next I want to do is I want to put on another point. Don't think in terms of line, think everything in terms of points. So this whole iPhone screen is just nothing but an X and Y coordinate systems, and you just have to put points. So next point you want to put somewhere here to create a straight line. So here you simply write code path dot add line to. In x-axis, your x-axis will remain same, but you see you increase your y-axis. So x-axis going to be remain 50 and y going to be increased 200. So if the x-axis remains same and y increased, so you end up somewhere here 50 comma 100. Okay, this something is created. Now you want to put a point here, so you simply add another point. Here your y-axis is going to be remain, but you see you increase your x-axis, so x 100, y will remain 200. So you will end up something like this. As you put this point here, first you will get a right angle triangle. This will automatically done by Swift. You nothing have to do here. Swift automatically attaches lines to the points where you put. So you put here a point, so it's created a right hand triangle here. So to create your whole triangle, whole rectangle, you just have to put another point here, and you just write path dot add line to x-axis. See, x-axis is reduced to 50, but y-axis, sorry, x-axis is remain same, y-axis is reduced to 50. So you will end up somewhere here, and as you end up here, your whole rectangle is going to be connected and you get a full rectangle here. This is how you can create shapes and all in SwiftUI, and it's very easy to do. This rectangle is very easy to create. Suppose you have to create a shape like this, like a iPhone battery shape. If you want to create a shape something like this, so what you do, first you create an anchor point here, then you move to here, from here to you move to here, from here to you move upward here, then here, then here, then here, then here. Just remember, your shape is automatically going to be formed if you put points in right position and in right order. Order also matters in paths. See, order also matters. If the order is not right, it's not going to be end up the shape you wanted. So just do that, and Swift automatically make your shape whatever you want. It's very easy. Let's move on to code. Let's implement paths in code. So to implement path, first we have to declare a path block. Okay, first we have discussed we have to create an anchor point. So we're going to do that. P dot move to cg points x. Let's choose x 50 and y 50 as well. So what it does, as we discussed earlier, it going to create anchor points on 50 comma 50 coordinates. So let's create another point. E dot add line move on x-axis is going to be 50, but on y-axis move around 150 points downward. Now we aren't seeing anything on the screen yet because there's nothing to attach with. On x-axis is going to be, let's increase it by 150, and on y coordinates it's going to be remain same. So it should give a right hand, yes, it's give right angle triangle here. And now we just have to put in another point to complete the square. On x-axis is going to be around 150, and y-axis is reduced to 50. So we will see a complete rectangle build here. It's very easy to understand.